Good afternoon. My name is Vonita, and I wanted to take just a few moments to discuss with you visual aids that are available to individuals who are visually impaired, as myself. I was born back in the early 60s, and back then there weren't a whole lot of options available with people with visual impairments. I was born in Canton, Ohio, pretty small town back then, and there weren't a lot of options available to me. My mom found an ophthalmologist. His name was Dr. Lockhart. And at the age of, I would say, about 3 or 4, was the first time I was ever able to actually see my mother for, clearly without, bumping or falling over anything. And that was, very, very a memorable memory for me. Dr. Lockhart was, he will stay etched in my mind for the rest of my life. Um, he was a really good guy. He put little glasses on me that to this day, I don't even know how they made them that small. I was able to clearly see my mother, see my surrounding area, because up until that point, everything was just one big light, flash, just light. It was blurry. It was just blinding light to me. I could see nothing but light. Like I said, I'm visually impaired. I'm legally blind. So, like I said, life was pretty hard for me back then without, being able to see anything. I was able to go to school. Dr. Lockhart told my mom about a school that was available for children with visual impairments. I learned how to type, how to read, and they had large print books. They had magnifiers that enabled, children as myself to be able to read the print so we could keep up with the other kids. But I had to travel quite a distance from where I lived to this school. So being that small and traveling on a bus for about an hour, hour and a half every day to get to school, that was pretty trying for a little kid. But I did it, I made it, and I'm here to say that, it was very trying. Being out in public was another trying thing for me as well, because you heard people say, "Oh, wow, are her eyes closed? How can she see where she's going? Why doesn't she just open her eyes? Oh my, that's just amazing. She can see? How can she see?" People can be pretty cruel, for adults. Yeah, and being adults can be pretty cruel. But, as I grew, I learned to ignore certain things and, just push through and accomplish what I needed to accomplish. With the help of some very helpful, innovative, and caring individuals, I was able to get devices to help me along the way. So I'm here to show you some of those devices. One of my devices that I use on a daily basis now is called a monocular. Try not to mess that up, but it's a monocular. It's a mini monocular, and I use that to look at bus signs. I use it in the grocery store to see the aisle signs, to see, where certain products are. It helps me with pricing so I can see what prices are, the names of objects, because my vision without my glasses, what you see now, my vision is 20 over 400, which is definitely legally blind. So with this, I can see up close and see what I need to see. Another part of my visual impairment is I am colorblind. So I can't recognize colors. So I can mismatch some things and wind up wearing some pretty strange colors. So I have a color reader as well. And that's this handy dandy little device. And it talks and it tells me what color things are. So this here, and when I point to it, and I push the button, she tells me.
Dark blue.
I hope you heard that. She said it was dark blue. So hopefully she knows what she's talking about, because I have to depend on technology to make my way through the day. And I have this other little colored thing here, and point to it, and
Gray pink.
it's grayish pink. So sometimes she gives me two different colors and I have to
Pale beige.
pale beige. So sometimes I have to depend on her, and sometimes I call my son and I ask him what color
Light gray.
some things are. So between technology and, people that I trust, I will, get through the day. But the best and the most fabulous piece of visual aid that I have that gets me through every day, that keeps me employed. I've been employed with the same company for the past 20 years. This piece of equipment allows me to read the computer, work on the computer. I read small print. I see long distance. I do practically everything with this. This piece of device is called a bioptic. It also, if I'm in the store and I can't get to my monocular, I will slip my bioptic on. I can see the pricing. I can see the aisle titles, the labeling in the aisles. I see it all. This is a bioptic, and this is wonderful. Like I said, this helps me stay employed. Been employed for 20 years. This is my pride and joy. This is my bioptic. You slip it on, and there we are. So I know it looks a little strange, but it keeps me employed. It helps me be an upstanding and energetic and a well upstanding not self-employed, but an employed individual in today's society. So if you ever have a question whether or not it's good to hire someone with a physical disability, don't ever second guess it. There are many organizations out there who help people with limitations, as myself, to become employed, stay employed. We are great people who will, go well beyond and above the call of duty. We love, I can't speak for all, but the people that I've been involved with and been around, we love to work. We come to work. We come to work to do a good job. We love our jobs. We love to interact with everyone. So, don't hesitate. Reach out. And I just wanted to give you guys heads up as to, one individual with slight limitations. There are organizations out there who get us up to speed. We are great people to work with, to be employed for your company. So don't hesitate to hire someone with physical limitations. We are great employees. Thank you for your time. Have a great afternoon. Thanks.